And your host, Greg Cardone.
Welcome and welcome back to the hot seat. I'm your host, Greg Cardone, and today I have a long awaited guest, JJ Fernandez, all the way from San Antonio. Too bad I missed him when I was out there for the American Coyote. I had a little brief featured part in there with Marcus Davila. So he's with us today, and let me tell you, I am so excited to have him on. So, welcome,
Hey, hello everybody.
JJ.
Greg, thank you, man. Yes, it's been long awaited, man, and I'm sorry I missed you in San Antonio, but we're finally doing this thing, right? We got it going. So
This is great. You know, you are one busy person, and I think that's great. You know, meeting people in San Antonio was a blast. That was a crew that they were amazing. I felt the love, in there. And then hooking up with, like I said, Marcus and yourself, working, looking to get Salvador on here, and
oh, that's great.
his, yeah, those guys were fantastic in his, motorcycle
Oh
club.
yeah, man.
So I thought that was great, man. You guys are authentic.
Yeah, I think I remember. I think I was actually watching your interview with Marcus when he was on there, and I think that's one of the things you said. It's like, you know what? That's watching is like, yeah, these guys are the real deal, right? Very authentic, and definitely so, man. But yeah, that's definitely, I think, the right word for that.
Yeah, you have to look the part. Yeah, when you cast people, they have to look like the people that you really want, and that was great with there. So it appears that you're out of town. Where are you right now?
Well, currently I'm in Dallas, so I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'll be going back to San Antonio tomorrow, but yeah, just out here working, and then I'll be back again probably like the beginning of April. So yeah, all over, you know what I mean? And as you know, I just came back from Atlanta probably about a week ago. So it's been crazy. I'm racking in the road warrior mileages for sure.
Yeah, you're getting some air miles. That's great.
Yeah.
So in Atlanta, what is the name, if you can tell us, of the project that you were working on?
Yeah, definitely. I have the privilege to be well, first of all, it's my first actually job that I was able to get out of Texas, because normally, I've been staying busy here in Texas. So that was definitely something that I was very excited about, to branch out there to an Atlanta, and with Brandon Lee, the director of this movie that we did called Fatal, and my role, I play a cartel boss named Hector, and you guys are really gonna like this one when it comes out, man. So uh, I don't know exactly when it would come out, but it's gonna be some exciting stuff. So you guys are definitely gonna want to see that, and I'll definitely post that stuff in my social media once I find out any more details about that. So
Oh, that sounds great. I think you would fit the part. Do you have to, were you speaking Spanish in
yeah,
there? Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I was. So when the script, I mean, of course, it was reading. It was written in English, but I ended up doing it all in Spanish with some English, uh, interpretation in there, right? So you can know what I'm talking about as well. It was like short and like to the point in English that you know exactly what I'm saying. But thankfully, with Brandon, with the director, he gave me that liberty to make it my own, which was great. Long as it just came, as long as it came off what was written, right? And I just put it into that into that, that environment of that character, that narco character, and just kind of, bring that character out, like how they're portrayed. So it was great, man. I mean, he loved it. I loved how it came out as well, and so it's exciting, man. So definitely, it brought already more opportunities, and he's already working on another film that he's already like, JJ, we're bringing you back. We're gonna do a whole new film, and it's called Black Narcos. So this one I would be more heavily focused on in this movie for sure. So
that is awesome. That's a real nice thing to have when you're working on something, and then you didn't even you didn't even finish it, and you're already ready to start a new one.
yeah, exactly.
Go ahead.
No, so yeah,
Don't mind
exactly.
me.
It was great. You know what I mean? Like, when you, and I'm sure you know how it is, Greg. It's like when they see, your work and it speaks for itself, and it's just like, hey, you know what? You're already on this next movie, and it's like, oh, okay, great. Like, it's like even more excited. So, but yeah, I didn't have to audition for this one, and he loved everything, what he saw, and so here we are. It just built up a nice relationship, and to keep on working in Atlanta, and continue filming over there, so which is great. So
You had mentioned that the director kind of lets you be yourself, and that's a real strong point. And we've discussed that
yeah.
with other people and several times, to where as long as you can stick to the script,
Hmm.
but not verbatim, because there's many times where the script is something and you're like, well, I don't speak like this or
Yeah.
talk like this. Because that's somebody else's they think type, and it goes down. But as long as you can convey the feeling, the meaning, in the scene, and make it your own, it becomes way more authentic.
Yeah, definitely. I think, that approach, goes a long way, like you say, because, the authenticity of it is more real, like you said. And it just, it comes off, instead of, like you said, trying to actually, try to portray the way that it's written. It might not come off the same with that character. So,
You have to act. You have to work at acting to act,
yeah.
which is like
Yeah.
they're acting. They're just reading words, and that's really what it comes down to
Yeah.
here. Amongst all of your traveling, and I think it's great that you're working. You were awarded. You
Okay.
did receive an award. I follow you. I'm not a stalker, but you know what? You put it on Facebook, and we're your friends. I see it, and
Yep.
I like it like that. So tell us a little bit about this award that you just won.
Yeah, first, it's a Texas All-Star Filmmakers Award, and of course, I want to thank Jesse Torres, who is the president of the Filmmakers Award. Also, Brandy Lopez and Danny Petty there in San Antonio, that kind of helped put all that together. And so, like I told Jesse and Brandy and Danny, and of course all of y'all today, definitely this award is going to hold a special place in my heart, for the reason that this is the first award that I won since I've been in the industry. So, um, I already got it hung up. It's there at the office, and it was such a wonderful night. Just the whole experience, and being up there. The whole red carpet, all the photos, the interviews there, and then just waiting for your name to get called and get on that stage and say your speech, man. So definitely a blessing. Yeah, it was a great acknowledgement, and I'm very proud of it.
Well, I'm proud of you. Anytime you can win an award like that, It helps your confidence. It boosts your self-esteem, but it doesn't make, well, it shouldn't, you know, change you. You still
Oh,
remain as humble as you are, the JJ that everybody loves. And, oh, I won an award. And, and I won 3 awards, and I'm going to throw that in there, but I tried to,
congratulations, Greg.
I tried to encourage other
Yeah,
people to do their best, in whatever they're doing. When,
yeah,
it was best supporting actor, I had no idea.
yeah,
And it's like, hey, you won. What do you mean I won? Oh, I was like, really? And in certain cases, you could be up against 5, 10,000 people
yeah. You're
when
right.
in festivals, and in Texas, you're dealing possibly, in a statewide, something like that. So,
Yeah,
it
I mean,
definitely.
and you're right. Exactly. I don't even know like those backstage details on that. You know what I mean? So, several people got, of course, got awarded that great day, and definitely, to be acknowledged and recognized, for a rising star coming up, in San Antonio and Texas, was great. It was just like I said, just a wonderful accomplishment. So,
Oh, that's great. When I saw that, you were all smiles, and I
oh
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
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 that's
yeah,
a great thing. When I had Marcus Davila on, when we did the American Coyote, they were kind of not in the infancy stage of it, but they were kind of getting it going.
yeah,
And, and to see him progressing, and he's on the cover of a magazine and
yeah.
Latin
You
X. I
see that,
said,
huh?
oh my. And that was something that I was very impressed with about, Mi Familia, and all the backing and support that you all get out there is incredible. The recognition for that is astounding.
Yeah,
You know,
you know,
Tampa is not like that.
well, I
Definitely not.
mean, it just, I mean, definitely, I can't speak for Tampa, but definitely San Antonio, man. Just the love of the community there in San Antonio, man. It's so astonishing, man. It just there's a lot of there's a lot of support. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of people that want to see rise everybody else, see people succeed and stuff like that, and Marcus, Davila and his wife Sabrina, man, they're such a great, I was gonna say like power couple of of the film industry. What they're doing there in San Antonio, of course they always have something for me as well, which I'm always grateful for. Being on American Coyote, and from that interview now, I mean the film's almost about done, as far as I know, what Marcus was telling me, but and the character that I play there, um, he's somebody that's not the nice smiling JJ that you see here, right? This character is brutal. His name is El Brujo. Like the kind of like the witch doctor, right? Kind of. So, and this character, man, he once you guys see this, you're gonna be like, oh my god, like this is not the same smiling JJ that I saw there in that interview with Greg. So, but you know what? I enjoyed playing that character. Marcus is one of those directors that, I mean, he knows what I can bring, but at the same time, he's like, JJ, make it your own. You're in that. You imagine you in that situation, and and just just do your thing, basically. And I went out there and I did it, and he's like, "Oh my god, what did we just film?"
Do what
But
you do best.
that's it, man. That's it. But I really enjoy that he gives his actors that liberty to uh, make them, like we talked earlier, right? Like with Brandon, make it your own, and bring that character to life. And like I said, I think it resonates how it comes out on the other side, you know, more authentic. So
And that was one of the first pictures that I saw was you, and they put you had a beard, more of a beard in
yeah,
that.
it was a little bit longer in my beard. Yep.
Yeah, and that's when I saw that, I was like, wow. That's where I said those guys look authentic. You know,
Yeah.
I thought the makeup was good, you know, not overdoing it, but this is what people look like. And that was the first impression that I saw of you was in that movie, like that
Yeah.
character. And then um, you know, a few other people in the motorcycle club, and getting to meet them when Marcus gave me the address and said, "Oh, here we are," and I pulled up and I said, "Am I in the right place?" You know,
You're like,
I'm
where am I at?
but you know what? I don't, you know, but I was like, this looks like it. And I was like, wow, look at all the cars. Look at the lowriders. Look at
Yeah.
the motorcycle members,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
And very authentic everything, right, Greg?
I tell you, I just needed some nachos and queso, and I would have sat there crunching away watching you guys. I was, you know,
You're watching the movie live.
watching.
Yep.
Oh my, that's, you know, that's great. And you know, and those are memories that I'll always have.
Definitely.
You
Yeah.
know, just being there and meeting. I think I met Eric, talking to him, and you know, and told him be patient and
Yeah.
don't rush things. We're, you know, COVID put us back, and
It
something put
did.
us back 8 months. You know, but and I said it's all about timing, and don't make a movie and throw it against the wall, because you know, you don't hit it, it gets lost in the sauce. That's, you know, what I'm with our
Yeah.
movie. It's like,
Yeah.
well, when's it coming out? Man, well, we just if it isn't one thing, it's a next. So don't, you know, here I am in just 2 weeks, and it's like, let's just get this thing done. It's like booking a vacation 2 years ago. And then, okay, we have a year, and then we have 6 months. And then, you know, there's like, next thing you
Oh,
know, you're
it's
packing
tomorrow.
yeah, okay, tomorrow we're getting up and we got to go.
I'm like, oh
And
yeah.
this is pretty much where, you know, where we're at right now. But be patient. Just don't, oh, we're making a movie to make a movie and we're throwing it out there. It could get very lost,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, keep it up. You know, you're always moving forward, which I think is great. And as an actor, I do more commercial work
Mhm.
than anything. You know, films. You know, there's not a lot of big films that they do here. Um,
Probably like more in
but
Miami, right? And stuff down there.
it, you know,
I mean, I don't know. Like, I know that. I mean, the filming community in Florida. I thought like Miami was kind of a good area. I mean, you always see stuff out there, but I just don't know really like how it is.
yeah, I don't. I see some things, but like I said, I'm more on actually the commercial side
Which
of
is great money,
acting.
by the way. I mean,
Let me
I
tell you,
I love commercials when I can do them, and I'm in some. And I tell people all the time, and other actors and up and coming, like, hey, don't don't
don't sell
don't
yourself
don't
short.
sell
Yeah.
yourself on. Yep, definitely. You know that.
Well, a lot of movies are being made, you know, micro, low budget, or no budget. You
Yeah,
know, you're going to get you know, and I see them, but they're not really in Tampa. You know, they're hour and a half away or somewhere.
or
You
Atlanta,
know, and
right?
yeah, a lot of college stuff, and you know, if I can, I do. And I encourage people, if you're not doing anything and you can help something, and you just see other people, and don't, you know, you may be experienced, but just go there like you're nobody. That's
Yeah,
really what they do. You know, like, I'm a nobody when I get there. And if you ask me questions, I will tell you,
yeah,
you know,
and
then I become somebody. But it's, you know, it's their
well,
game, and you're just a player, you
yeah.
know, in there.
I mean, and I'm there with you, Greg. I mean, same thing. When a lot of times, uh, might be lucky with some of the films that I do that I know someone, or maybe I follow them on social media and finally we meet for the first time. But, you know, I'm like I said, just like you, people come ask me for questions. I'm going to answer them. And if I can help them, I'm going to help them. So, that's kind of always been me, as a person. And just, and because of that, I've met some real great people and directors and and just producers and actors and up and comers and and established ones. So it's real cool. I mean, if I think that if you're just just being genuine and being yourself, that can take you a long way as well too. So
It definitely can, and it's all about helping people. If you can give them advice, I worked with a new person I met. And really, it's about networking.
yeah,
You never know who will say, I met this guy. You might want him. So you can get a lot of referrals from networking from people that you would never know who they are. And we were talking, and well, they were looking to get into commercial work or film,
sure.
but usually commercial work here, in the Tampa, Orlando, St. Pete area.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, well, I bought one of these little pop-up screens and this and that. I said, so we had a discussion because we sat around for 3 hours. So we sat for 3 and did something for a half hour, and that was, oh, great, one take, you guys are gone, great.
Yeah,
And that's what we talked about, how to build a home studio. And I took pictures for him and sent
yeah,
it to him. And I was like, it took me, a couple of years to get stuff
yeah,
that I want.
yeah.
But
And
if you can afford it, this is probably the way to go.
yeah,
If not, slowly build up, what you need to do, and go from there. But, talking about helping actors, you kind of went off in a little direction, kind
yeah.
of like ventured into your own business here. So tell us a little bit about how you are looking to help out actors and people in your community.
Yeah, definitely. So we started a business, me and my wife, called TJF Talent, and so they're in San Antonio, and kind of the art district of San Antonio, and so and that's like exactly what you said. What we're doing, we're helping up and coming actors, with career coaching, auditioning, if they need help with demo reels, with their actor's resume. We want to, provide that service for them to help them out, to get them going. Because a lot of time that we notice that, some of the actors that, come up to me or either on set or they message me and just like, JJ, how, you know, I need help. What can I do? You know what I mean? And so, um, we decided, like I said, me and my wife to open up, this studio where we can do that and give them their platform where they can, study and give them some career coaching and, we can also do like headshots and stuff like that for them. And, and so, it's, a blessing that it's going. And, because of that as well, we also work with filmmakers as well. So, we provide, you know, help with film locations, event premiere screening. If they need a makeup artist, we have one under our umbrella now in the business. So kind of like little things like that, where if we can take some pressure off the up and coming actors, even established actors, if they need that help, we can help them in whichever way, or maybe they just need a space where they can do their audition quietly and have the whole setup. Well, they can come on in and we'll go ahead and do that for them. So that's kind of just like the scope of what we provide and stuff like that for the entertainment industry.
we would we were talking about, I need a quiet space. Well, you heard my
Yeah.
dog. You heard my dog barking, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And the cat didn't jump up here and decide to make it, a guest appearance. But that is like the most important thing is when you're doing auditions and self tapes, the camera doesn't lie.
Definitely.
Um,
Yeah.
and there are times, and we'll give our audience a little bit of our, pre-game talk. We'd like to discuss some things. Is you get a last minute email, text, phone call. Hey, they want something real quick. Just say your name, how tall you are, where you are, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so I'm getting ready, and then both neighbors have lawn care service. And now they're mowing and they're leaf blowing and they're edging. And I'm just,
It just drives you crazy, right? Because you're trying to get something done, and
and
it's not cooperating with you.
and your whole mind is in another area, and you have to just wait till they're done, take a walk,
Yeah.
like, okay, let me get, because if you go on there and you're like, hi, my name is Greg Cardone, I live in town. Like,
Yeah.
boy, this guy. No, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
No.
That's
No.
about three. Yeah, you just kind of got after about three takes of doing a slate, you finally like your eyes have cleared up and everything else in there. But and that's a great thing because you can do a lot of one-on-one
Yeah.
with these people, give them a little insight. I don't care how much you're always going to learn from somebody else.
Definitely.
And I think that's great that you're able, and we'll provide our audience with your address and information on that, all your contact information.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's what we are. We're about promoting other people like that, but to have a place and headshots. How many people selfies will. You do get requests like, we want to see what you look like now.
Now,
I'm
yeah. Selfie
I'm in
right
my car here. I'm in my car, and I'm like, wow, the lighting is great. It's reflecting off the wall.
now. Yeah.
They just want to see what you look
Yeah.
like. But
And
to help them
it's
with
funny that you
self
say
tapes,
that. Yeah, it's funny that you say that because like when they ask that, like we want like a selfie now. We're like, well, I'm like, yeah, like you said, I'm in the car or I'm at the grocery store. Like, okay, here you go. You're like, you wonder like, is that actually gonna make it? You know what I mean? Like, is that so? But going back
here,
with yeah,
gallon of milk. I'm
here's a
shopping. You
gallon of
want
milk.
now?
What's
Yeah.
up? That's
They
hilarious.
I had something in the last minute, and they're like, oh, we need a picture of your hands, something like,
Dude,
yeah.
yeah.
And here we are, we're out on my wife's dad's farm with the horses and stuff, and good thing, and I'm in a t-shirt, good thing you really didn't want something, but and give us a selfie, and I'm like, we're under all these trees, and
Yeah.
you know what, I really didn't care. If that's
Yeah.
what you want, this is
That's,
it. Here's a picture of my hands, and there's dirt. I had to get my sneakers. Like this, what,
yeah.
this is
I
what you're getting, and I don't care. But
yeah.
sometimes those are the best one. I don't care. I'm sending it in, and you're like, wow, maybe I
Yeah.
should not care more often.
I tell you, man, like that hand one, like I don't know, man. That one always like, and then it's like from playing football these years, they're all crooked and they're like, you know what, you guys don't want these. They're all like this. I was like, yeah, no. If you want them, okay, fine.
You
But
get
is this for a horror film or
here's my
commercial?
football finger.
Yeah, exactly, man.
It's great.
Hilarious.
It's great that we all have the same stories and can
Definitely.
share stuff like that. Give us an idea of what we could go on forever.
Oh
And
yeah, definitely.
we talked about this because nobody's going to watch a 30-minute, and I edit them up which, because I think the attention span of the public right now is about 30 seconds. I guess that's why they do TikTok, because it's 30 seconds, because they're anything longer. I'm like, is that what it's come down to?
It has. It's sad, unfortunately, but that's the world we live in now. So,
here, okay, 10 seconds of rant.
Good.
Talking with a friend, and he's talking about, AI is the biggest thing right now. I'm like, okay, great. Well, you don't understand. I understand AI. I know exactly, because we both worked at the same TV station like 40 years ago. And, there was no such thing as AI. And, it was like what we did was Fred Flintstone. Now everything is like the Jetsons. So AI, and you got to understand. I was like, I understand. I'm more of a reality kind of guy. When we do films and everything, we don't do AI. Maybe a couple of effects, but I was like, people right now, they'll just stay home and, Chat GTP, type my resume, or
that's it. Yeah.
Write a letter to my mother, or order me a pizza. I'm like, oh my God. Y'all are in trouble right now.
It was because one of those things is like we talked about it. Is just like, our age group. I'm gonna say we're probably the same kind of range around there. But it just but our kids and then their kids going, like, man, by that time, man, it's gonna be like, I don't even know. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Nobody's going to leave the house. It's already getting, people who live in these multi zone buildings, commercial real estate, residential.
Yeah.
They order Amazon. There's a Greenwise or a shopping plaza. It's like, okay, we're going to go for a walk. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just need that.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, just a quick thing, and kind of a little story about me, real quick. So me and my wife, we went to Houston to a quinceañera, right? And so, we're sitting in these big tables and stuff like that, and people are dancing and talking, doing their thing, right, for the most part. And then the photographer there, he comes up to me and my wife. Me and my wife were just, having drinks, having a conversation, just right. And then he's like telling us, he's like, hey, he's like, it's amazing. I applaud you guys for not being on your phone. And I was like, well, what do you mean, or what? I was like, and it's like, look around. And then sure enough, we looked around, and like everybody was on their phone. I'm sure social media, I'm sure taking pictures, but it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, you think about it, it's like, yeah, people don't live in the moment now. You know what I mean? And so, and it was just like, wow, when somebody actually tells you that and you look around and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Like, if you didn't take the selfie there, or if you didn't, this and that, then it never happened. You know what I mean? And it just like, it kind of got me thinking. I was like, well, yeah, you're right. And then again, just, I think people just don't have really real conversations anymore, like just to know each other and talk.
No.
And so, but it was just a little story there that just kind of brought to what we were talking about. Just like,
no courtesy. You can't talk. People are stressed out, road raging. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we can go on and on.
We can hold on. Next, we'll hold a whole thing on the lack of social interaction on people. Okay, there you go. That's our next deal. So tell us a little. I'm thinking down the road here, bro.
We got it, bro. Hey, let me know, and then we'll be back on that. We'll have a whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah. We'll take pictures of 100 people all on their cell phone, and they're sitting next to each other, texting each other, so they don't have to talk. I don't know. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what do you have upcoming in the near future?
Yeah, sure. Well, first I'm going to mention the kind of things that I got going on right now, leading up to that. So right now, we have a series that's out called Hewwood, and it's a kind of like a of course fictional town, but it's based out of Houston, kind of like Houston and Hollywood meshed together. Made that baby, and it's called Hewwood. So it's a series, and it's a urban series. Think about like The Wire or The Shy, and I play an FBI agent Fernandez to be exact. And so the first three episodes are released, and you guys can watch that now, and it's on Roku TV and Amazon Prime. So when you guys have a chance, please look up Hewwood and watch that. We'll be filming, talking with the director, uh, King. We'll should be filming the next three episodes sometime either this summer or the beginning of fall. So I mean, it's quite a story, guys. You guys are gonna enjoy it. I hope you guys watch it. Please share it. Spread that love. But of course, your friend here is on there. So, and there's just some upcoming stuff. That with this series that it's gonna start changing a little bit. So once you guys see the first three episodes, you guys realize what I'm talking about. But the story is going to expand, and a lot more characters are coming in. My character, there's going to be a whole backstory, and then, of course, going forward again. So I'm very excited about that, and you guys can be watching that, like I said, on Prime and on Roku TV. So
That sounds awesome. Remember,
yeah,
like, share, subscribe, comment,
everything.
5 stars, whatever you need to do to help JJ and anybody
Yes, please,
out
just
there that
yeah, yeah, please, just
it's
support.
important.
Yep,
You
yeah,
know, the analytics are the key in here. When you have a product that's being streaming, the better your numbers, the more people, there's
yeah.
subscription, SVOD, TVOD, AVOD.
Yep.
Well, hey, I'm into the acronyms,
I
because I
know.
had to look them up when we got our information. It's like it's going to be on this for this, and then it's going to be, it's
Yeah.
outlined, and I'm like, holy moly, it's incredible, and that's the biggest thing is, get people to watch what you do, back you, support
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, definitely.
that's the key.
Yeah, and there's also two movies too that I'm a part of. They're on Tubi as well that y'all can watch. The first one that I did that was released called La Familia, and shout out to the director John Gardeau, Houston, and that's also streaming out live. It's been out for a little bit already. It's doing well, which is very excited about that. And I play. Um, Juan Ochoa, which he's, of course, not surprised, another cartel boss. So
You're
I love
being
playing.
typecast.
Yeah, but I love playing that role because um, I I think I do it well. So
Yeah.
and so and it makes my job easier, and there's so this it's funny thing about it. So I play one side of the spectrum, the other. Either I'm good, I'm playing the FBI agent, cop detective, or I'm playing the bad, cartel, henchman, brute that's going after you. So, but that one's like I said, it's streaming live on Tubi. Y'all can watch that one. The next one is called Bissonette. That one also as well. It got a lot of good reviews. And based out of Houston as well. Bissonnet, it's about a street in Houston that if you're from Houston, you'll know, and it's about sex trafficking and prostitution and all that stuff. And I play Detective Lopez on there, and y'all can watch that in Tubi as well. Please support. And they're gonna do a part two pretty soon. And shout out to Denise Monet who wrote that, and also Conrad Craven. Um, who was filming in that, and Jonathan Milton, the director as well. And so those are two movies that you guys can be able to watch right now on Tubi besides Hewwood. And but yeah, there's some more things coming out soon, so that I will mention as well. Let's see. I think I mentioned to you earlier, Greg, that I'll be coming back to Dallas, filming Deeper. And shout out to director Kendra Key in that movie. And what's funny about that one is that I was actually, uh, I guess, kind of one of those things where somebody was a part of it, but I guess ended up falling out. And I knew about the movie because I have other friends that are part of that movie here in Dallas. And it's kind of one of those things that got emails like, "Hey JJ, um, I need to replace the detective," and like quick. I was like, he said, "You want it? Here's I can send you the contract, the NDA, and what it pays and all that stuff." And they sent me all that details and they sent me the script, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." So, and that's what I'm doing in beginning of April, which is real cool. And I'll be going out to Longview in May, Longview, Texas, which is kind of outside of Dallas, and it's called Wicked Things, I believe, with Cody King, and it's going to be a series, and I play uh, like we're in like in a it's like a horror based movie, and we're in a prison, and I play one of the kind of the lead guards in there, and so it's pretty exciting script. I can't say too much about it, but we'll start filming in May. So those are kind of the upcoming things as well. Um, what else? Go. Oh man, God, some of these times, like some of these things, I keep on forgetting. Like, oh man, there's this. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with the actor and director Kiki Suki out of San Antonio.
Actually, I friended him.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, he's somebody as well that that you might want to talk to. I can talk to him too again with you about doing an interview. We did a movie called that he directed called Mr. Marbles, and that one was going to come out. It was going to come out, sooner, but he ended up pushing it. I guess now being close to like Halloween time, just to because of what it's based on. It's a horror movie about a doll, Mr. Marbles, and I play detective in that one. And yeah, that one's gonna. It's kind of creepy. So anything that has to do with the doll being haunted or something like that, yeah,
I
you don't want to mess with that stuff.
When I was growing up, a friend of mine's mother, I don't know what she was into, but they had dolls. They shelved
Oh my
like
god.
every wall and dolls. And you walked in there and you're just like, this
Yeah,
is weird.
I'm running. I'm running.
It was creepy. I don't know. I'm not, I'm not afraid of dolls, but it's just like,
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. They're like
that was like
inanimate people. Is all a
yeah.
doll is.
No, that was like my grandma, but she would have like those kind of what they call is it the American what's the doll company right now? Is it American Doll or something like that? Like kind of the tall ones. Well, anyways, it's
Oh,
almost real life. I'm
like
sorry if I got
Megan.
that name wrong. Yeah, but it's like she would have these dolls, man, and they were standing up and kind of like just dressed up with their little dresses and just looking at you and like, oh no, 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 no. I'm
Yeah,
out of
yeah. Build a bear is as far as I go. You
yeah.
know,
But bears are cool, man. Bears are cool. You know what I mean? Like,
We have build a bears. We,
yeah,
Chatty. My wife has a Chatty Cathy
right.
doll that's like, don't, that thing is worth money. Well, it's only worth money if you sell it. Now,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just
It's like
sitting around.
it's like having
Well, I'll
Chucky or
tell you, we could definitely go on forever here. You are awesome, man. I'll tell you. I tell people I love doing the show. I'm meeting people who obviously I've never met you before, but being on Facebook and communicating and stuff like that, I get rid of Facebook people because it's like, I don't know. If you ever go back to like, oh, okay, let me go see, I go through my friends and I click, oh, their last post was like 2018.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
phew. you're gone.
Yeah.
Doesn't help with my analytics. You know how that
Yeah.
works. But to have you on and, like I said, Marcus and just meeting, everybody, I loved being out west there, El Paso, Destiny Salgado,
Oh yeah.
young
Yeah.
actress, director, and her
Yep.
family. And they got interviewed right after they did my show. And now she's working, I think, for a talent agency now. It's like,
Yeah.
I think that is great. I won't attribute it to being on my show, but I don't know. But that's
Hey,
just kind of
well, hey, well, look, hey, I mean, just to tell you, I mean, just look from what Marcus has done from then and there. You know, Marcus, like I think maybe, I think you got something going on. You guys got to be on the hot seat with Greg because it's gonna move you along. I mean,
it's
I'm,
the just the vibe
yeah,
that you're feeling. And I know a lot of people are on other podcasts, and I've never seen you on another podcast, and I know they're all different. We do it when it's convenient for my guests, and
yeah,
I was like at the very beginning, I had tons of people. Yeah, I want to be on. Well, eh, pew, Excel,
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Highlight, delete, you're gone. And you know, here it is. And I just took 3 months off. Right, December is when I went to San Antonio. I
uh-huh,
think I did one when I came back, but then it's the holidays, and then
yeah,
it's the new year, and then it's this. I was like, you know what? And I got pretty busy, and Andrew Heller and I, working on some things, and it's like,
uh-huh,
you know what? I just don't feel like doing it.
yeah,
And if you don't feel like doing it and you don't enjoy doing it at that time, then don't do it.
yeah. Then it's okay, right? I mean, just
Yeah, it's not like my ratings are going down. And and then we started, back up with it, and helping people. And now, I have somebody Tuesday night. They're going to be doing some arts and crafts, some pretty cool stuff.
oh,
I met,
nice, yeah,
I met her on set on Monday, and we just, I don't say anything about what I do, and I was like,
yeah.
that's interesting, because after you tell me what you do, and I was like, wow, we need some arts and crafts people. You 3D print movable objects and stuff like that. And then,
That's real cool.
yeah, and then an award-winning uh, poet and book writer. And she sent me the book, and I was blown away. And it was a child's book,
Wow.
and I was like, I had to interpret it, but the illustrations. And then I have another lady who does books and illustrations and stuff like that. So it's not all about just having actors on the show. It's not
Artists,
for
yeah,
actors only, directors, or it's for everybody who wants to do something. And like I always say, if you don't want to promote yourself, don't.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying you're going to become world famous being on my show, but it seems like the last few people that have been on it are kind of like, pew.
Well, I'm telling you, man. I mean, you got the platform, and it's definitely resonating. You know what I mean? And so with Marcus, like I said, he's just, he's propelling, man. And I'm proud of him and Sabrina. You know what they're doing, and
Yeah.
they're real good friends of mine. Besides what we do, you know what I mean? And I'm just super proud of with the magazine and what they're doing,
I'm
and
proud for people. Never
yeah,
be
man,
jealous.
definitely
Never
never.
be jealous of other people's successes. You
Yep.
may not be the best tennis player, but be happy for whomever, that person
Yeah.
is. We're not going
Yeah.
to talk
Exactly.
about haters and
Oh
people who
yeah.
want to sabotage other people. Been there,
Yeah.
happened,
Yep. Yep. Definitely.
But yeah, if you can warm me up to Kiki, like I say, I see his
Yeah.
stuff, and sometimes I feel a little weird, or I've just reached out, hey, you want to be on my show?
Yeah, I mean,
You want to be
well, I
on
mean,
my show?
I can see that. I mean, it just I guess hard to do that. But yeah, I'll reach out to Kiki and get you guys connected, and hopefully get them, get him on there, and with his availability, because he's definitely a real busy actor. I mean, and just he's, like I said, a director as well,
Yeah.
and he's going to Vegas soon, and he's kind of everywhere, and then he's doing really great things. So
Good.
I'll get that information out to you, definitely.
Oh, awesome. I tell you, JJ, this has been, as always, another fantastic hot seat show. Having you on, you were looking at each other here, but the warmth, the conversation, it just flows. It's not, it's
Yeah.
about the guest, and the guest is what makes this show. I ask a couple of questions, of course, that's part
Yeah.
of my due diligence. Hey, it's about you promoting what you do, and, the camaraderie, of, being in the same industry, maybe one day, and probably 2 films from now is what we're looking to do something, looking for, Hispanic type people. It's
Yeah.
not up to me, but I tell people, well, what about this movie? You got audition.
Yeah.
I can only say, audition for this part, but I have no say in any casting, because we have now a casting director. So,
Nice.
we're
Yeah.
moving up in the world here.
Yeah, man. And like I said, again, congratulations on you and what you
Thank
guys
you.
got going on, man. It's a great, great accomplishment, and I'm very happy for you, man. And I can tell that you're happy, because it's just like, we were talking about it earlier, of course. And so, man, continued success to you, Greg, and the hot seat, and just in your professional, level in the industry as well. And I'm here to
Thank you.
support you, bud. I'm here to support
Hey,
you 100%, and hopefully we'll, be on set soon, or not, or just catch up somewhere. Maybe when you come back to San Antonio, or if I'm ever over there, I'm gonna hit you up, buddy.
ever come to Tampa? But again, thank you, JJ Fernandez. All his information will be posted throughout the interview here. So please, anybody in the San Antonio, because this can be on YouTube, sharing the link. Hopefully you can watch the whole thing or watch part of it. And usually I skip through it. A lot of other
Yeah,
lengthy ones.
yeah,
And again, good luck to you, and everybody else out there. Look forward to having. You know what? I've had more people on from San Antonio than I had from Tampa.
hey,
That
man. Well,
must.
you're honorary San Antonio now, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're part of the family. So,
Hey, I
uh,
felt that day. I felt part of the
yeah,
family.
yeah, and
Like,
and that's what San Antonio is. And of course, our culture, and the Latino culture. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, everybody's inviting and warming, and it's all about gathering, and learning about each other, and just having a good time. You know what I mean? So, I'm glad that you really had a great time in San
it
Antonio.
did. I wish I had more time to stay out there. Well, again, thank you for being on the show. And like I said, JJ's information will all be posted during the show. And today I am wearing my Tampa Bay Lightning goal getter. They're on a
There
hot
you
streak
go.
right
Go get
now.
them.
They'll be on in another hour out west. So, I will watch them.
What time it
So,
gets for you to
and
be
to
on, huh?
yeah, late night. I'll be up till like 1 o'clock in the morning
Oh
watching them play.
yeah.
And for everyone in our audience, thanks for tuning in, listening, watching, like, like, share, comment, subscribe in here. And as always, it's a beautiful day for an interview. JJ, thank you for being my guest. Good
Thank you,
night.
my friend. Appreciate it. Good night.
Hey, have you seen Greenwood?
No. But is there something I can help you with?
I just got a tip from that witness. Apparently they're gonna have another sex party at the same location.
You want my advice? I think you should stop wasting your time with that sex party bullshit.
Call me back.